Life's too short to get it all right. First time around, you better not mess up. Wanna be born again, I want a second chance, 'cause this time around win or lose, it should be worth the fight. Heaven or hell, oh you better not mess up. Been through enough fire, I've heard all your lies. But this time around, I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I'm gonna give it all up, 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 give it all up. I give it all. I give it all. Life's too short to get it all right. First time around, you better not mess up. I wanna be born again, I want a second chance, 'cause this time around you wondered all your life what you did right. You let it slip away, you let it fly by. You burned all the bridges, and there's no way back. When the dark comes to get you, I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up. I give it all up, I'm gonna give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, give it all up, I'm gonna give it all up, 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 give it all up,
Like a rodeo. Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm back at you with another job, with another tree. Got this crispy pine. The homeowner decided to wait until the last minute, until its death, to call me to come take it down. So this is what we're gonna do this afternoon. Very simple. Got a house, got to watch out, power line, little shed, and some more of these bigger pines. So I'm gonna set you up on a tripod and I'll see you up in the tree. All right, YouTube, I forgot to tell you what I've done is I've got my lifeline about midways up here. I brought it down, base tied it here. That way I can run SRT and have good work positioning. Whenever I get to the top, then I'll have to readjust it because it doesn't go all the way up there. So I'm fixing to start taking some limbs down and I'll let you watch. All right, first cuts. This is gonna be a big limb. If you want to just drag some of the limbs out of the way, you can. Just when I'm cutting, just kind of stay, you know, out from it. And we'll deal with all of them later. Wherever you want to put them, in a pile or whatnot. All right, fixing to drop. Don't like it. All right, YouTube, you see how big this limb is? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut into the collar. I'm just gonna let it peel down and then cut through it. Bing, bada boom. That's a big one. If you have to, you can always cut them, you know, in half when we can get the grapple and move them. Cut this guy right here. YouTube, did I tell you it's like 150 degrees out here? It's ridiculous. I got another one coming. This is kind of big. This one's gonna be a big one. I actually gotta get on this side. This is a big limb. This will be a big one too. Oh, YouTube, I forgot to mention, the homeowner is my ground guy. So I put him to work too. So you can blame him for waiting this long to cut this tree. All right, I'm gonna be ready to unhook this bottom line below me. Yeah, go ahead and unhook it. I'm gonna have to readjust it. It's kind of like a turn snap style. Did you get it? Okay. Huh? Okay, thank you. I got one coming this way. It's still pretty solid, but in about like 2 years, if you waited, it wouldn't have been worth the crap to climb. You'd have to get a bucket truck in here to do what I'm doing. I mean, you had a lot of room out here. We probably could have put a pull rope in it, but just better be safe than not have to worry about it going through anything. too as I'm testing this out. This wood is top really dead. I dropping another one. You might want to, I would go this way a little bit just because that top, I don't want the pieces to come back at you. Like a rodeo. If you can't get to it, we can use it with the tractor. There's a red bag in my passenger front seat, kind of like that blue bag. Can you bring it? That big orange thing, you can take it out. There should be another orange smaller rope underneath it. In a little bit, what I'll do is this blue line, kind of get it towards wherever you can reach it, make you a little loop and then clip into it, and I'll pull this up here in a second. I'm gonna flop a log real quick. Getting out of battery. I'm running out of battery in this saw. Come on, one more cut. Oh, you're so close. No battery. There you go. All right, YouTube, sorry. The battery went dead in the GoPro and I didn't have a spare in my pocket. Anyway, everything's down other than the stem. We got a rig and rope in here. I'm gonna clean up this mess real quick, and the homeowner's actually gonna cut this stick down and let him have the honors of getting it down. So we'll put the camera on him, so don't flame him too bad on his cuts now. But yeah, just give us a minute, we're gonna get cleaned up. and just keep going down a little bit, and then come around here. We got a little bit of a gap to get connected to.
Okay.
If you go and where the saw is making the cut, that's called the curve. If you go past it, you're going to create a Dutchman. The Dutchman is going to mess up your hinge, and your hinge is what controls the tree and where you're going to go. Now we have this rope in here, give it extra safety because the house and power line is right here. But that's the key point is make sure this space cut is clean.
Okay.
Before you start doing a back cut. You don't want to do a back cut and just cut through there because then you don't have the hinge fluid to control it.
Okay.
Then the tree can go everywhere, and that's what it's going to do.
Okay.
So that's why it's really important to kind of watch it. Cut that one just a little bit, but don't go past it, and then come around here and just clean this up. And we may have to, knock it out. You can try that little hammer to see if it'll beat it out.
Okay.
On the top cut, come down a little bit more. So you got a little bit clean up here. So take this and go all the way down with it, and then right here. I kind of went too much of two angles. You want to get everything as straight as possible. Because when that back cut comes and this hinge closes in, if you have any issues like this right here, it causes it to steer or turn wherever you don't want it to go. Now another thing that you have, if you look down, most saws have them. See this line right here? You know what that line's for? It's your gunning crate.
Oh, okay.
So when you're doing your bottom cut, okay, you're trying to figure out where you want this tree to go, keep that blade straight. Don't do any rocking and stuff like that. But you get that line exactly like how I made it for this tractor. Down. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because once you get that cut in there, you don't want to alter it anyway. Then do your top cut.
Okay.
Now there's other different cuts, to do, but just this is a traditional or a conventional cut that most people know. So just a little tidbit. So you just gotta clean that up a little bit.
Okay.
The homeowner here has had a little bit of experience with a chainsaw, and I've kind of spent some time with this tree and explaining a little bit of tips and tricks and things to look for, just to help his knowledge and skill a little bit better. Any type of tree work of this magnitude or larger can be very dangerous for an inexperienced chainsaw operator, and part of what I do is to help educate and give a little bit of my knowledge back to somebody in order to keep them safe and not get hurt. So you'll hear me give them some pointers on how to handle some of this tree stuff. So let's get back to it.
So as it starts to tip out, okay, you start seeing it, go ahead and slide that saw out and then step back, okay, and let it go. Okay. So you can kind of see what happened right here. So as you were going in, that's all the holding wood you had. So it was holding it. See how it twisted and turned? So you lost all this. Only this little bit was here. So the bar wasn't really long enough. So what you should have done was just kind of come back around this side and then just cut it. You want it as straight as possible.
Okay.
Now sometimes if you want to steer a tree, you can leave a little bit more hinge wood or holding wood on one side, and that kind of gives you a little bit of control of it. And sometimes, you know, getting it thin can get it to do certain things. But you get into a little bit top level logging stuff like that. But what you don't want to do is cut straight through it. So it's important to make sure your bottom cut and your back cut are pretty much perpendicular.
Okay.
Because you see how it's kind of slanted up a little bit? That played a little bit of a factor too on which way that went down.
Okay.
All right, YouTube, we're done. Just got a little bit more cleaning up to do and pick up our stuff, but appreciate you watching. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would go ahead and do that, because you don't want to miss the next content coming up. And appreciate you. Give me a likes, comment, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next job. Peace.